Hi guys, Weather King here, and today this is going to be a different video I don't usually post, but if you guys remembered back in November of 2025, as you can see here by the date right here, I created a series called The Strongest Hurricanes from each year of hurricane season in the 21st century. Now this name would devolve, but this was kind of part one of the series. And I would go around and explain every hurricane, their category, their pressure, and their wind speed. But I didn't really go into too much detail with that. And that's what this video is going to be all about. So this is kind of going to be a redo, but I'm going to use my actual voice this time because I miss doing this. So, let's move on with the video. Starting with Hurricane Keith of 2000. Now, Hurricane Keith was, not quite frankly, its stats were up here. You guys can go back to the original video where you guys just saw. Its stats are up here. It was a Category 4, but it made landfall. It peaked nearing landfall, and it would cause a significant amount of damage in Central America and the Yucatan Peninsula and the rest of Mexico, and Belize too. And it would ultimately cost $319 million and 68 deaths, 62 direct, 6 indirect deaths. This storm would be one of the destructive storms in history. So in case you guys were confused about where the impact area is, here's a map. You guys can pause the video and look at it. Next up would be Hurricane Michael of 2002. Once again, this was a Category 5 monster with sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. And this storm would affect a lot of areas. It would affect Central America, the Yucatan Peninsula, Cayman Islands, which is off the coast of Yucatan, I think. I don't know. It would affect Cuba, the southwest United States, especially the Florida Peninsula, Georgia, the Carolinas. It would cause a lot of destruction. Well, not that much destruction, but it would cause a lot of deaths. 74 fatalities, in fact. Also, $25 billion in damage, which is actually in 2018 estimates, so I recommend you guys doing your research. Anyways, here's the track, and the Cayman Islands are also in the middle of the Caribbean, so yeah, track. Next up is going to be, I'm gonna move my head a little bit, is Lily, Hurricane Lily, Category 4 strength, 145 mile per hour winds, caused 15 fatalities in the Windward Islands, Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba, Yucatan Peninsula Islands, and Louisiana eventually. $1.6 billion in damage. It was one of the most destructive hurricanes in history with 15 fatalities. This is one of the tracks. You can see it kind of, let me move my head, picked up in intensity and would weaken a little bit before hitting Louisiana. And finally, Isabella, which is 2003, I think. Yeah, 2003. It's up here. I'm an idiot, apparently. Anyway, 165 mile per hour winds, 52 fatalities, $3.6 billion in damage as it went through a lot of areas. The Lesser Antilles, Greater Antilles, that name I couldn't read, archipelago, east coast of the United States, and the Atlantic Canada coast, which looked like this as it would go up into Canada. Very destructive. But anyways, that's all I have for today. If you guys liked the video, make sure you all follow, like, and subscribe. Yes, I'm saying both follow and subscribe. And on TikTok, let's try and get to 1,000 by the end of February. On YouTube and Instagram, let's get to 100 by No, I haven't decided the time. How about the same time frame? By the end of February. Anyways, Weather King out.